And on that note,
why
welcome
you
to another
so
episode.
I have a reason to smile. I'm happy. I have a reason to smile.
I love that for you.
Me too.
All right, so you starting this, so I'm starting this.
You can start. Go ahead. Do your thing. Since you want to ask, go ahead.
I was gonna put you on the spot.
Go ahead, do your thing.
Why you can't do it?
I always do it.
All right, welcome
Next
to
time.
another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast.
Like I am always supposed to do it.
Like really? Like whose show is this?
Oh man, you
Yeah,
guys.
it's 50-50.
Okay. Let's do it. You gonna answer the first question?
What? 50-50 debating?
Yeah.
We 50-50 debating. But we're gonna start it with just dating.
Okay.
How do you start a healthy relationship before we get to the 50-50?
That's deep. I think it's important to start as friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like no expectations.
Right.
Take away the pressure. Really get to know the person that you're intending to date down the line. Like there doesn't have to be like this rush into, oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like take the time to really like get to know that person in a judge-free zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only way that you're really going to learn who that person is.
And that's the only way a person would be completely vulnerable if they know they're not being judged.
Yeah.
Why do y'all think people rush into like relationships?
Because people see what's going on in the outside world and be ready to have something too. Especially when you get a certain age, you be like, yeah, I'm ready.
I think
And
that's
then-
one half of it.
Yeah.
I think the other half is insecurity. Because you feel like if it's not a solid thing or if we're not in a committed relationship, then we don't have anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like you could potentially go and be with somebody else. I think that plays a lot of it too.
But that's just, like you said, just fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that comes with people not knowing who they are and what they're looking for though too. And
That's true.
another thing, people really need to realize that dating is not that you're married to that person.
See, that's tricky.
Cause cause like a lot of people be thinking like, oh, we're dating, so we together.
Yeah.
Nah.
But I mean,
Unless I say you my girlfriend, you say I'm your boyfriend, then we're together.
okay, I get what you're
There's a
saying.
confusion with that.
It
Dude.
is
Yeah.
a confusion because we make it confusing.
Because dating and being in a committed relationship are two different things.
Exactly.
Nah, it's
Yeah.
actually a woman thing.
It's a woman thing?
I ain't gonna say it's a woman thing. It's how women go about it. Because you know how they say, once you have, you actually.
Yeah, once you have
Birds
sex
in the
with
bees.
yeah, once you have sex with them.
Birds in the bees.
Because women be like, once I have sex with you, you my man now.
Yeah,
like,
right.
nah,
You-
they don't go like that.
Not all of them.
I mean, I can agree with that to a certain extent, though. Because you feel like if you are that vulnerable with a person, like I'm giving you access to everything at that point.
Yeah, but I'm doing the same thing too.
Men are different with
Yeah,
it.
we are. But that's why women got to really pay attention to what they be doing. Don't just be doing things because we doing it. But I mean, y'all always fall for it. Y'all easy.
Oh, we're easy. You about to ruin this whole episode. Like, let's not even go there. Because men don't even have standards, first of all.
We don't.
Y'all don't.
But women don't either.
Yes, we do.
That is not true.
That is not true. It is
No.
true. Y'all don't have no standards.
Women don't either.
Yes, we do.
Y'all have,
Imagination.
He said imagination.
y'all have false standards.
Y'all don't have a lot of options.
Imagination.
Yeah. Y'all
That's
have
true.
false.
With you.
Y'all have false.
That's true.
It's
Imagination.
Y'all always settle.
We don't have.
Exactly. That's why I say y'all easy because like
That is true, though. We don't have as many
because
options
women
as
don't
y'all
really
have.
sit firm on what they want.
No, because y'all don't let us.
It ain't about us.
Because
It's about y'all.
their pool is smaller than ours.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
do
We got
have a whole lot
options.
more options.
Like, y'all have way
They got
more
about
options.
6.
Yeah, no facts.
If that.
They got a sham.
If that.
Like 6 in each region. Not even each state. Like in a region. Like
that's bad.
spanned across like
6
10
East region
states.
is bad.
There are 6 good men
That's
Yeah.
bad.
from Texas to Florida. There are 6 good men.
That's bad.
This room right now.
Absolutely.
3 in this room and 2 taken. I got one left.
One's free. One's free. Price going up though.
I am sick right now.
But do you feel that's the reason people settle for people who they feel not on their level? Because of that?
I feel like it's a give or take. It depends on your list. Because everybody has a list, right?
Mhm.
Everybody has the certain things that they want in the person. So I think it's kind of got to be one of those things. Like, they got some women that's like, as long as the man got money, that's all I need. Like, I don't need anything else.
But do they really mean that?
Maybe. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you may want that, but how long are you going to be satisfied with that? Because life is bigger than just money.
To some people, money is everything to them.
I
Because
don't
they've
believe
gone
that.
so long
I don't
without
believe
it.
that.
So,
Why?
Because once you get money, you start tripping out.
Not everybody. You think everybody trip out when they get money?
Yeah. Money just brings out your true character.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always been there. You just didn't have the money to really act like you really wanted to act. So the money just brings access to different things that you didn't have access to before.
Yeah, but it's not even things that you need. It'd be things that you want most of the time.
Yeah, like there's no responsibility with it, especially if you come into like a large amount of money. Or like if I go and I wild out, I ain't got to worry about losing the money or not having what I have. Yeah.
So when you deal with somebody that you feel under you, do you think people do that to have control over that person?
I think it's a control and a pride thing.
What you mean
Like,
by pride?
for men, I feel like it's a pride thing. Like, as a man, you want to have more than the person that you're with, right?
Have more in terms of what?
Money, access, clout, whatever. Because you want the woman to need you, in a sense.
That's certain kind of men.
I'm about to say, because I can't agree with that.
I'm not speaking. Y'all do this to me every time. I am not speaking on every man. Like, it's impossible to speak on every man.
I want to be a house husband so bad.
He said, "I'll be a house husband."
I actually could make that happen.
But at the same time, you could be a house husband and still give other things.
Yeah.
And still be perfectly fine.
Yeah. But it takes a secure man to be a comfortable house husband. Because most men would down him and be like, how are you comfortable with letting a woman take care of you? Because then the roles switch. So then as the house husband, what are you doing? You home cleaning and cooking and taking care of children?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
But at the same time, that's not how we were made. So that's why it's like a hard thing for men to swallow, because that's not how we was raised.
A real man.
Yeah, a real man.
Yeah. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for y'all, it's a pride thing. Like, y'all have to be the providers. Y'all have to be the protectors. And you can only do that if you have some sort of status, right?
Yeah, but I mean, ain't that what most women want?
Not all women. Because they have some women that's like, I really don't need a man. Like, I go out, I make my own money. You know, I have my own motion. I got my own things going on. Like, I really don't need anybody.
And how you think those women really are?
What you mean?
How do you think they really are? Do you really feel like they're happy? Do you really feel like they're missing something? Or they're just covering up with their money to make it seem like they're good?
I can't speak for all women with that. I would say that there probably are some women that like use their money to cover up how they actually feel. And they probably do feel like they're lacking something. So they feel like, if I can't bring this to the table, at least I can bring this.
But I think a lot of women who make a good bit of money don't really know how to handle a man who don't. Which is why a lot of them end up single women.
or they chase other men who have money like them. And I think that there needs to be a balance. Just because like we can't both be out here trying to be the men in a relationship.
Right.
Like somebody's gotta step down. And I think with women, especially women who have been single for a long time or who have had like unlucky relationships where they've ended up with men that it didn't work out, or like they just didn't rise up to their standard because they didn't make this amount of money, or because they're lame, or because like they don't know anybody or whatever, then they have issues with that. It's like, I feel like I'm doing all of this and like you lack ambition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then that causes a strain in a relationship as well.
But at the same time, what if I lack ambition, but I provide respect? I'm a gentleman. I take care of you how you want to be taken care of. I show love how you want. But I just don't have that money thing.
But what happens with that is women tend to skip over that guy for the guy with the money, and then they realize that the money is very small because it comes attached to a man who disrespects you, because he's not going to view you as his equal, especially if he's got money and what does he need you for? Like I could pay somebody to come clean up. I could pay somebody to cook. I could pay a nanny to take care of my kids. Like, you're just here because I want you here type of thing. And then you wouldn't necessarily realize what you're missing until you chase the wrong thing. So it's like, well, I can't deal with him because he don't have no money, but he had everything else. And you traded that for the dude with money, but the dude with money don't respect you. The dude with money don't show you affection.
Perfect example. That's the movie, Tyler Perry movie, Temptation. Perfect example. Like,
yeah.
Same thing.
And we do it all the time because we tell ourselves that this is what we're supposed to have. Everybody wants to look like they have it. Everybody wants to fit a certain image. I want the foreign car. I want the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the designer handbags. I want all of that. And if you can't give that to me, then you're no good for me.
At the same time,
crazy.
It's crazy, but then once you get all that and you really start tapping into a person, like once all those on that list is checked off, then what else you gonna do? You got to get to that person now.
Yeah.
So now that we getting here, it's like, all right, I don't want none of this stuff. I'm about to dip on you. Because
none of it has really any value.
Yeah, no.
It's like, oh, I have it, and people are like complimenting me on the things that I have, but like, it means nothing.
And then you're just giving it away and throwing it on the ground. Because your friends, I wish I had this here, you could have it. Because you know it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, or it turns into a situation where like you're with that person and you get all these things and these lavish gifts, but you get them in response to some fucked up thing that happened. Oh, I got caught cheating, so I'm gonna go and buy her this bag. Yeah. Or I'm gonna buy her these shoes because it's gonna keep her quiet for so long.
Yeah, but that one lasts, like you said, for so long. So what exactly do you feel 50-50 in a relationship is?
That's tough. I think it's bigger than like finances and bills. I think in a relationship, 50-50 is like true partnership. Like, I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, it should be somebody that you can rely on. And like, this should be like a fair swap. Everything that I'm giving, I'm receiving. And there's like no lack. Like, nobody should have to overcompensate in general. Because there are going to be times where, like some days I'm great. And, like we're good. We're doing 50-50. But then some days, like I'm having a bad day. Yeah. And I can't give you 50. I might give you 30. So then you got to cover the other half. But you have to have a true partner to be able to pick up the slack.
You got to be able to do it and don't be upset that somebody's going through something that day.
And you can't be counting. Like, you can't be keeping
keeping tabs on.
Yeah.
Because you got to have unconditional love.
That's a whole nother episode right there.
Nah,
Nah,
facts.
That's this.
That's a whole that's a whole other episode because like
You could go in depth with that.
yeah, because unconditional love, like a lot of people aren't capable of that.
I wouldn't say they're not capable.
I would.
They don't. I say like they don't really know how to. I think everybody's capable of everything, but people just don't know how to because people are so scared to show love because they don't want to get messed over.
Which is valid.
But at the same time, you mess over yourself by not showing love.
That's true. But like if it's been a trend, like if this is every time I've taken a leap of faith and I've stepped out on faith and I've tried, I've been knocked back. But have you
really made a leap of faith? Exactly. Because people say like, yeah, I tried. I did it. But did you really do it?
I think we like to think that we did.
Yeah, but we don't.
Yeah. Because nobody really is ever like 100% all in.
Yeah, that's the problem. But then I think that starts with you though. You gotta be 100% all in with yourself before you can be 100% all in with another person.
Ooh, that's hard. Because that means you gotta be 100% with like all the ugly things about yourself too.
It starts with the healthy relationship with yourself, to have a healthy relationship with other people. And once you get vulnerable with a person to where you can be 100% with them in the beginning, down the line it's gonna be easier. Because you ain't holding on and not saying something that you should have said in the beginning. And then you let all this time go by. Y'all got invested all this time. And then it's like, oh, well, I ain't going to say this because I don't know how she going to react because it's something that should have been said.
But but that's the importance of starting as friends. Yeah. Where you're both like not judging the other person and we're both just being ourselves and getting to know each other as friends. Right. And that's why people need to learn to date for real. Yeah. And date multiple people.
Yeah, you can't just date and thinking, oh, because we go out a lot, we have sex, oh, we together. Nah, you can't do that. That's the problem with people. Especially
I can't
women.
Agree with that though.
Man,
because I feel like
or if you feel that way, don't have sex with them.
True. Yeah. Because if that's like a big boundary for you, then that's something that you should stop all that. Yeah, that's something that you should reserve. Then if you feel like, like once you cross that line, then that person is like your person. If you know you can't like keep that under control when dating and you know the other person is dating multiple people, then you probably should not have sex.
But well, I can say women will actually do that, like have sex out of fear, just to keep that man, just to keep them, but
just to keep him from being with somebody else.
Exactly, but if you know that you're not even 75% sure that you're going to be with this person, why would you do it?
Right.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
And then we blame men.
Why do women do that?
And that's another thing. Yeah, it's our fault after that. Yeah. So what is the issue with women?
or it's like
delusion.
Or then it gets to a point to where it's like they feel like, oh well, we ain't together now. You waste my time. Like, nah, I didn't waste your time. You waste your own time.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of me saying like then it becomes y'all fault. Like because we weren't firm with our boundaries and because we crossed the line that we shouldn't have, then it becomes the other person's fault.
Yeah, because I stand firm on my boundaries. I said I don't want to be with you.
And men are very literal. Like when they say they're not in a relationship with you.
I guess I did it. So I know.
And then it'd be no matter what I show you, I'm gonna show you love because I like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like you.
But see, that's where it gets tricky.
That's where we go wrong.
Yeah, and that's where the lines get crossed.
I was just looking at that. Somebody was like, "Dog, you can't be bringing them around your family for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
She beating your mama, kissing your grandma on the cheek, and then y'all leaving them like, yeah, I don't fuck with you like that." Like, oh.
Because like y'all really don't be caring. Like it don't really, it's like not even a big thing to y'all.
Because that was one thing, but that was one thing I did make sure with you. I was like, man, I ain't gonna do that. I'm doing too much. And you kept getting mad at me. I was like, nah, I don't need to be doing that. I'm doing too much.
But I called you out on that too, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you were dating multiple people, it's like, yeah, you're saying this to them, but you're showing them this. Because like if you bringing me on dates, and then every time,
first of all,
Darren,
when I go out to eat, I don't like to eat by myself. So I ask if you want to come with me.
Bullshit.
You're welcome to come.
I ain't getting to this.
I don't like to eat by myself, so come with me. You can sit down and eat with me.
But that's not how you market it, though. It's like, oh, you want to go to such and such at this time? Of course, they're gonna say yeah. And now we're on a date.
No.
Where it's me and you at a restaurant together. It's a date.
So if a man says that he's supposed to make it valid, or just like how he asked you, well, you know, asking just to come eat, that's considered a date?
That is a date.
Yeah.
So it's not like, we just gonna get something to eat.
But when you together,
all right, now come on, we playing technicalities right now.
Yeah, because it's like.
But then once you're together and you go get something to eat, it ain't a date.
But that's what I'm saying. So, but that's what I'm saying. So
that's true.
What if? So what if
no,
like,
let's
just go get something to eat?
It's a difference.
Because
when you together, there are instances where it's like, all right, we just going to get some food, and it's just like, all right, we're going on a date tonight and getting some food. It's a difference. We not go sit here and act like it's not a difference.
My thing is,
because the difference is you gonna put on your polo, but she said we going.
Nah, you
but no, even if you don't do that, it ain't a date because I got a t-shirt on. Because we're going to Texas Roadhouse. All right, we're gonna sit in that today. We ain't gonna just get it to go home. We're gonna sit in there.
Man, that's just how it depends on how your relationship lens is.
But that's what I'm saying. I just feel like it all
like
starts.
each other's presence. You know, anytime we do something, it's a date.
I just feel like it all starts of just saying it. Like if y'all dating in a date, you know, and
but see, that's where y'all go wrong because y'all think just because y'all say something, then that's law. But you could say, "Oh, I'm not looking for nothing serious." But then you at my house every day. We have sex every day. We wake up together every day. We shower together every night. You know what I'm saying? So what are you showing me?
We don't do
You're
a very good
me
job
one
at the intentional part.
Yeah,
of it.
and we're emotional beings, so we vibe off of feelings. How do you make me feel? Like you're telling me one thing, but you're making me feel something else. Yeah. And that's where the delusion comes from. It's like, yeah, you told me you didn't want nothing serious, but like, it feels like we have something serious.
You told me the same thing, doing the same thing with me. So why is it different with me? But
that's
it's
also true. It's also true. Because sometimes you're like, last year. Sometimes you go tell them exactly what's about to happen. You go tell them exactly what's about to happen. They're willing participants.
Yeah.
And then you do it. And then you do it. And it's like, oh my God, what are you like? No.
Because the feeling is different.
You signed this waiver. Let me show you your signature. Right here. You signed this right here saying, I'm about to build this nigga that said he gonna do this, that, and that.
Rice come with contracts, yo.
Deborah Records at the top.
You signed it. And I made a copy. And I gave you a copy. So you knew the rules. You went home with it. You went home with the handbook. You went home with the handbook.
But that's the gray area.
Yeah.
Because y'all are literal. And so it's like once y'all say it, y'all like it's good after that because I told her.
But
like I told her I didn't want anything serious.
But y'all said the same thing too, but y'all don't really be believing it. I really want it.
I think we start off that way. And then once we start to actually do it and we start to get a different feeling, then things change. But then that's when you need to be honest about how you feel. Mm-hmm. Because like if we started this with a whole like I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, and we just gonna keep moving like that, and then somewhere down the line that changes, you need to be honest, like as a woman or a man, and be like, okay, I think it's a little bit more for me. Mm-hmm.
And how you feel about it, and if you ain't rocking with it, then you ain't rocking with it.
Yeah.
But that's another thing that people fail to be honest with too, because they don't want to hurt that person's feelings, and be like, man, all right, that's cool, we could roll with it.
Not even hurt feelings, but it's like you don't want
to
lose the person. Yeah, because you've invested so much. Trade. Yeah, we all do it.
Yeah,
because like I could, just like you always say, like I did the same thing. and said that I didn't want anything,
Man,
you know,
you thought.
serious.
Yeah.
But then like that changed for me.
Yeah, that's why you was running from me all that time.
Running from me.
But it's like, you know, like once that changed, it's like, okay, well, then that's when I became conflicted. And there was internal conflict for me because it's like, okay, so what do you really want? Because you said that you didn't want anything serious and you agreed to this nothing serious thing, but
Yeah, we just
now
learned
you
each
kind
other.
of want something
Yeah,
serious.
you wanted me. She ready to take it to the next level.
This guy.
You really think he's surprised and he's not.
I'm not. I'm really not surprised.
No.
I'm not.
No.
I'm just
Got to keep that attitude.
I'm just-
You're the
You
prize.
gotta keep that.
I'm just a great guy.
Just a great guy.
I'm just a great guy.
You are a great guy.
This is a room full of lover boys, man.
It's great.
It's fun. It's like
I love being knowing that I love love.
Yeah.
I love it, bro. It's amazing.
I know.
I just told somebody that too. Look at this thing. I can show you the text message.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. And I feel like as men, I'm not going to say y'all, the other men out there sell themselves short when they act like it's not a great thing
Oh, no.
to be in love, but they feel like it's not manly
That's
to be in
because they be
love or show
trying to-
love.
Act for other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They ain't
can't
really
nothing
being
get me
them.
out the bed more than a woman.
Nah, facts. Hey, and most of the time I go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you tell me jump.
You
How
holding
high,
my
huh?
hand?
Rare air.
I love this.
But it takes the right person though.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if it ain't the right woman,
Nah,
do it.
it ain't gonna happen. And it's crazy because men sense that before it even happened.
Yeah.
Like talking to a woman,
Mm-hmm.
you know that this ain't it.
First 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it's gonna be. That's it.
I feel like it's something that we have to like feed into y'all
Mm-hmm.
for y'all to return to us.
It's an energy.
Yeah.
It's definitely an energy.
It's all energy transfer. So it's like if I am speaking life into you or making you feel comfortable enough to let your guard down
Mm-hmm.
and be lovey-dovey. That's
Mhm.
what you want to call
Because
it.
women be saying that they want that, but don't
Mm-hmm.
feed the man to do it.
Or then when y'all do it, we call y'all soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you be doing me.
I do not call you soft. I don't.
We really want to go though.
Yeah. I don't call you soft and mean it. I be joking with you.
So
But,
hey,
To get a
I'm
reaction out
saying
of
though,
you.
but you joking to get a reaction, but those
Mhm.
jokes could also go to my heart because that's what we used to hearing when we were like that. So it made me put me in the point to where I'm like, okay, you saying this, so I'm about to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, how long I'm gonna keep doing this before I get the, oh, you being soft again. So okay, well, I'm gonna show you that I'm not soft, so I ain't gonna do it. And then you mad because I ain't doing it no more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gonna be mad.
So
That's
that's why
crazy.
you don't
'Cause why
say
would you
that.
say-
and that's exactly why it's like we self-sabotage what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want you to be kind, I want you to show love, but at the end of the day, when you do that, if I'm making jokes about you,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
exactly. Why women feel the urge to do that? Like when, say for instance, if a man show their soft side
Mm-hmm.
and they use that against him in a debate or a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
why do women tend to do that? If they like it, but they use it against the man.
That's a good question.
I don't run into the kind of women y'all run into.
Well,
I don't know. Like when people be saying that, when they be like, "Oh, I let my guard down," tell her that, and then as soon as we get in the argument, she tell me, "Oh, da, da, da."
yeah.
I don't run into them kind of women.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not
like, do
speaking
you
personally.
really, like tell them stuff though?
Yeah, yeah. I think
Or you just don't deal with women that are the type to just throw things in your face.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I deal with those. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut that kind of shit down. I'm
Yeah.
not an arguer, so we're not even gonna get there to
Right.
that point. But yeah, I can't see myself even dealing with somebody who would maliciously tell me. Because if I'm telling you some shit like that, and you throw that shit back at me, I might be going to jail.
But like I feel like I can't like blame everything on insecurity either, but it's like I feel like if you feel like you have to say something to somebody to hurt them just because y'all are arguing, like there's like some big character flaw that you have.
Yeah,
because like there's like
thing.
something that you're lacking and you're trying to deflect. Like, I don't want you to see my shortcomings, so I'm gonna try and maximize yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of us are flawed though.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that you trying to make it seem like my flaws are worse than yours or yours worse than mine?
Yeah.
But
That's
that
what I'm
comes
saying.
with an unhealthy relationship though.
Yeah.
It's
Like
a way
that,
of
I don't
doing it though.
understand.
Like if y'all like publicly, that's different. But if y'all just shooting the shit, this y'all,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, that's a different
It's
story.
a different feel.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't feel like you trying to embarrass me.
Exactly.
No, I think it's like, it's one thing, like just like Bryson saying, like it's one thing if like we're arguing and I'm like, oh, you just soft, or
You got a limb noodle, like
yeah,
what you mean,
like,
bro?
That's crazy.
bruh. You know, like that's one thing, but like it being like a joking thing, like we're like joking, then like you can't take certain things so hard.
I don't. You can't say that because if I jokingly be like, man, F you, and you come from a situation where somebody telling you F you and they really mean it and show you that they mean it, you ain't gonna take that as me joking with you.
Well, yeah, but that's what comes with like getting to know somebody and getting to know like triggers and what they've been through before, so you don't cross those lines.
Right. So with that being said, you work like you normally joke and do that, so you work to stop doing that because of
for the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to make the mistake to learn from it, though, right?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like if I'm like joking and I call you soft or whatever, and you like, oh, I don't like that. Like, I don't want you to say that, or that makes me feel X, Y, and Z when you do that. Then it's up to me to fix it.
Good.
Now, if I don't,
so,
and I keep on, I don't respect you.
That too. People show you that they respect you and don't. And
with everything.
And that be something that happens early on in relationships too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because I know there's been plenty of moments where you tell somebody you don't like something, and then they keep doing it.
Because they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah. Because why would you care? Like, if I don't respect you, why would I care about how you feel or how what I'm doing makes you feel?
Do you feel like that's when people start to sense that they can control you?
I think when people realize that the things they do affect you to a certain degree is when they learn their control.
Yeah, they make you more vulnerable.
Yep. So it's like, I know that if I say this one thing, you're going to flip off and you're going to be upset and you're going to be acting crazy. I'm like, huh, I found it.
And some
I
people
found the button
use that.
and I'm going to press it every time that I need to press it, because like if I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling the way and I feel bad for the fact that like I'm treating you bad, I'm going to press that button because now you're going to treat me bad, and guess what? We both wrong now.
So it's that mind games.
That's OD though. That's crazy.
But that's how narcissistic people think though. They're very manipulative. And it's always I have to level the battlefield. I wouldn't
say narcissistic people. I say toxic people.
Narcissistic people are toxic people.
Yeah, they are, but I think narcissistic.
We use that narcissistic word a little too loosely.
Yeah, that's why I say toxic.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do now. That's why I say toxic.
These people aren't intelligent enough to be narcissists.
Yeah, they just
Some
toxic.
Some of them are though.
No, they not.
Some of them are.
No.
Some of them are true.
What do you mean by intelligent?
Like,
in terms of that, what do you mean by that? Because a lot of people do not have common sense.
A lot of people don't have common sense, but then you have people who really study you just to learn things, like I just said, like those triggers. Like, I'm gonna learn everything.
So that's what makes it narcissist.
Yeah, because it's like it's deeper than just like, oh, you pissed me off, I'm gonna piss you off.
Yeah.
Like, this is like years and years of really trying to learn everything. Like, I want to know all the bad things that happen to you. I want to know all your secrets. I want to know what makes you feel insecure. I want to know what makes you upset. And I'm going to take that, and every day,
Question.
I'm going to test you with it.
Question. Since you're saying that, why do women like to hide their lessons? What I mean by lessons, like stuff they actually went through and they know they didn't, they feel some type of way about it, but they don't want to talk about it. How can you move past it if you don't want to talk about it to a person that you feel like you could spend the rest of your life with?
I think they can't.
They can.
Why though?
Because everybody wants to be perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be flawed. And so, like, it's a great responsibility to be able to look at all the wrong decisions you've made and see that it led you to where you are.
And actually talk
especially
about
if you're not in a good place.
And understand, like, even though all that happened, it still made you who you are. But
and like everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, but you can't be. But that comes with a different level of security too.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility to have, and most people don't possess that.
Right.
So it's like, before I tell you all these bad things about me, I'm gonna try and like emphasize the good things because I want you to pick me. Like we live in a pick me type of society. Like everybody wants to be chosen. There's not a person in this world that does not want to be chosen by somebody.
But that's why I chose you.
Why?
Because you never was pick me.
I can't say that though.
I can.
But how?
Because everybody else was pick me. That's why. Everybody else was like, pick me. Like, nah, you wasn't like that. So by you not being that made me look at you differently.
I can't say that I wasn't pick me. I think I was just pick me in my own way. I was pick me, but like pick me only if you want to pick me. Like, I'm not gonna force you to pick me type of pick me.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna let you choose and make your own decision, because if I force you into something, then I ruin it before it even starts, because then you feel forced. So like, if I allow you to choose me, I'm still a pick me because I'm still gonna show you who I am, and I still want you to choose me.
Yeah, but you're not saying pick me or acting wild when I don't pick you.
Yeah, because if you don't choose me, then
it's okay.
You're not my person.
Right. And
that's okay, because then I get to find my person.
Yeah, because if you feel like a person, you feel like somebody's forcing you to do things, because that's not your person. If it's really a person, they don't gotta force you to do anything.
You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, you don't.
It's like you just wake up and it's just like,
I'm just tapping into this.
Like, how often throughout the day are we like, you're thinking something and I say it, or I'm thinking something and you say it?
A good bit of time.
It's like you're like in sync.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I feel like that's how like twins are. Like, you feel like connected in that way, because it's like it's as easy as just breathing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how you'll know, because like when you're in a relationship with somebody that you consider like your person or your soulmate, it's effortless.
Yeah.
Because you get to just show up as yourself, and it works.
But it's easy for that to get confused too, because you can have a lot in common with people as well. So it could seem like they're your person because you got some things in common, but it's still those little deep details that show you that, okay, I'm not feeling this, I'm not feeling that. This could possibly not be my person. But because you may process in your head, this is your person, you're going to look past all that stuff until later on.
Well, yeah, until you can't anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like in your face. When things aren't supposed to work, they're not going to.
Exactly.
Like, there's going to be constant chaos and confusion.
Yeah.
Because it's not meant to be.
And I could say that just from the disagreements that we will have. They're not really disagreements.
No.
We just have misunderstandings. And then once we sit down.
Miscommunication.
Yeah. And then once we sit down and really talk about it, you be like, okay, I do understand that. And I'd be like, okay, I do understand. Then it'll just be it. Yeah.
Because it's like, arguments shouldn't feel like you're like walking into a brick wall. Like, I think I sent you something like that said that.
Yeah.
Whereas like, arguments should feel like bridges.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to get from point A to point B. It's like we're trying to gain understanding. Like, there's no like, I'm trying to be right and I'm trying to show you why you're wrong. Like, but more so like, okay, why did you see it like that?
Yeah.
And then why did I see it? And let's compare the two.
Yeah.
So that we don't keep running into the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's easy. Healthy relationship.
You think that's easy though?
It's not.
I feel like that takes a lot of work.
It do. Because when it's like when you start to
You
feel
don't
like
think so?
I think a lot of people skip that part in their life where they're supposed to go through their own little healing journeys,
yeah,
and that's the problem.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think once you get through all that, communication gets kind of easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I can't say that
Actually, like,
communication
knowing
definitely
yourself,
got easier.
Yeah,
Like going through the divorce and all that, communication definitely got easier.
but that's because we went through traumatic events
Yeah.
that forced us into healing.
Mm-hmm.
Because had we not, like, I always feel like if we met 10 years ago, there it would be no me and you.
Yeah, it wasn't. I was still tripping.
Because there was not enough growth, you know?
Oh yeah.
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 It's not enough growth. Like, it takes, going through a really traumatic experience to bring you closer to yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, you really have to heal yourself before you can develop a healthy relationship. And I think a lot of people struggle with being alone. So they jump from one unhealthy relationship to the next, and then nobody ever stops to, like, really try to, like, fix what's going on the inside before they go to the next one.
And do you feel that what makes people not want to commit?
Yeah, because then you have a track record of things that failed relationships,
Mm-hmm.
things that didn't work out. So it's like, I already know how this story ends. Like, I'm gonna meet a new guy, I'm gonna like him for a few months, we're gonna do the whole thing, and then it's just gonna fall apart. Because that's what has always happened.
You have a lot of females like that, though.
Yeah.
I think the issue with that too is like people nowadays, men and women, it seems like when people get into relationships, they automatically assume like you get in and then that's it. Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to learn
Yeah,
how
it's
to
like
like
you're married.
be with that person.
Mhm.
It's not supposed to be like easy every day.
Yeah.
Nah.
And there's supposed to be constant growth.
Yeah, it might get easier for you depending on how your situation is set up.
Yeah.
But it could get really hard. And some people aren't, like, prepared for that.
Because they don't really know how to communicate yet.
And a lot of people don't want to self-reflect.
No, it's just people expect perfection now. So like
Yeah.
they just assume like as soon as
But
I
at the
get in
same
there, we're supposed to be
time-
locked in. That's it.
Yeah.
But you expect
Done
perfection,
deal.
you ain't perfect. It makes no sense.
But a lot of
Some
people,
people feel like they are, though.
my issue is with people relationships, they not basically tell, if you don't like something,
Mm-hmm.
just say no, that's what you don't like. If you lay it out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
So people just deal with things just because of the certain fact that, oh, I like this person, so I'm gonna just deal with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
that
if
builds
it's no
resentment.
from the beginning, it's no.
Yeah.
Like, you know I don't like this, so I'm telling you no, don't do it anymore.
Right.
If that's something.
But I think that's when people confuse or they don't really understand the meaning of compromising
Right.
too. So it's like they're like, oh, well, if I get over the fact that, you like other girls' pictures on Instagram, knowing that I don't like it, but I swallow that for you. And then the minute you flip out on me because I said something you didn't like, it's like, well, I gave that to you, so why can't you give it to me? And that's not even like fair compromising.
That's
at
not
all.
compromise.
Yeah,
That's a
because-
sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like, just because you may not feel the way about it, don't mean I won't.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not really okay with it, then you shouldn't
Do it.
pretend to be okay
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of compromising, because that's not really compromising. Because at the end of the day, like, you're still giving something but not getting anything in return because you weren't honest about where you were.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where resentment come from too.
Yeah.
And we really be building our own resentment and then really hate who we with because of that. That's why it's good to say what you gotta say when you're supposed to say it.
That's why it's good to stand firm in your boundaries.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
What boundaries you been standing firm on?
I think I still firm on any boundaries.
Saying that immediately after giving that advice is crazy.
You can see the meaning. She really meant
She put
that.
her head down immediately. She just had to hide.
I'm just kidding.
You really meant
I
that.
had to know because, like, I was at a place where I was like not standing firm on my boundaries.
Nah, you do though.
And I was like allowing you to just like do whatever until I was like, you know what, this is not benefiting me.
And that's why, but it took me not to take advantage of that. I'll take that for granted.
Because just because you can do something doesn't mean that you should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Especially when you know right from wrong. And when you really want to do right, you work to do right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. Everybody have that capsule, well, that that actually to do right. They just don't want to. At
Yeah.
the
Because it
moment,
takes
whatever segment they in their life, they just
Because it's easy not
don't
to
wanna
do
do
right.
it.
Yeah.
It's easy to do wrong.
right.
Oh, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. Because everybody's doing wrong.
In fact.
So I fit in with everybody. Like, nobody's really doing the right thing because doing the right thing is hard to do. Because it's
Yeah.
boring.
Just like 50-50. A lot of people don't do it because they feel it's boring.
50-50 means what to you? Like, when you say 50-50, what does that mean to you?
What it used to mean to me or what it means to me now?
Both. In terms of relationship, what does 50-50 mean to you?
I used to think 50-50 was you have a good job, I have a good job. I pay most of the bills, you pay some of them. You take care of the investment side and leftover money that we got. I take care of our living arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
I cook, you cook. I clean, you clean.
Mm-hmm. So, like, we splitting everything down the middle.
Yeah, we split everything down the middle. Not that. Yeah.
And you think that's realistic?
Yeah. Definitely.
Why?
Because it is. Because if a man.
Situational.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This argument really is like the 50-50 thing closes in 2 seconds if you just put it. Depends on the group of people.
Yeah.
It depends
person.
on the two people.
Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
like, for me, I ain't got no problem folding clothes. A lot of men don't. I mean, a lot of men wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I may have a problem washing dishes. By me, put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
But I ain't washing the dishes.
But
now,
like,
I will cook. A lot of men may not cook.
mm-hmm.
I would do that.
But they have like some men that feel like when it comes down to like 50-50, if they are the breadwinner, they feel like they don't have to do anything in the house.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And like they expect women to do everything in the house.
You still gotta do your part still.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel like it has to be like a partnership type of thing. Because like, for us, like we both work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a very traditional work schedule.
Yeah,
I work.
Your work schedule trash.
I'd be at jail. I really work 12-hour shifts. Like, it's bad. So it's like, when I get home, like, I'm worthless.
Exactly.
To everybody in the house.
You get home at 8. Who am I to be like, all right, cook? Like, what? It's 8 o'clock, right?
They have been like that though, and we'll sit at home. From 4 to 8 and do nothing in the house.
Nothing.
Yeah,
you gotta come home. You gotta do laundry. You gotta fold clothes. You gotta put clothes up. You gotta cook.
Out the trash.
Yeah, you gotta take care of the kids. The children ain't have no bed.
Yeah, like bro.
The children still got their uniform on from school. They still never did their homework.
Like when you hear it in this list like that sounds
terrible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's
insane.
And it is
like
every
I've been
day.
home since 4 o'clock. It's 4 to 8. I'm just sitting here not doing nothing.
Because they feel like they make more money or they make the money and they pay the bills and that's all they have to contribute.
Bro, because first of all, if I'm waiting till 8 o'clock, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna make sure
You're gonna fix something.
I'm gonna make sure them clothes up, folded, anything I'll be washed, cause just to get all that off you.
Yeah.
Cause when you off work, I expect the same thing.
Yeah.
When you off work the whole day and I get home, I expect not to do nothing except a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
So why wouldn't I do that?
Now, I guess granted for like the women who stay at home, I still also feel like being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. So like you shouldn't be expected to do everything in the house just because you don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And because the man works or whatever. Like I still feel like when it comes down to involvement with kids, that should always be equal. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm working all day, so they gonna be home with their mama. And then like after work, I'm gonna go and meet my coworkers at the bar.
Yeah.
And she's been home with the kids all day. And then you come home and it's like, where my food at? Like I might fucking
walking there with a steak plate.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand that. So it's like, when it comes down to 50-50, like Bryce said, it's situational.
Yeah.
And then I feel like most households these days, we don't live in back in the old days.
Yeah.
Nah.
So everybody's got to work.
But I think that starts with people that don't cook. People our age don't cook.
You throwing shots?
You cook sometimes. You don't cook more than me, but you cook.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I do cook
No, you don't.
more than you.
You don't. I'm
I
not
do
going.
cook.
I'm not going to have this argument with you.
Okay. Let it be known I cook more than he does. He cooks every so often. Every so often.
Okay,
You gonna let me have it?
you got it.
All right, great. I love that for me.
But back to.
Man.
But back to.
How swift that was.
Exactly.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
But back to the men that 50-50 to me now.
Yeah. What does that mean to you now?
Partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it.
It's the only way it works for real.
Including outside of all that other stuff. Like if you got my mind when I'm not right, and my heart when I'm not right, when I'm down and out and I could come to you
Mm-hmm.
and I be good, that's matters more than all that other stuff.
Yeah. Because it becomes bigger than just like who's paying what bill
Yeah.
or who's making what money and who's contributing the most X, Y, and Z to whatever.
Cause I'm really starting to realize life is all about peace and relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And how you treat people. It ain't about what you got. Because how you treat people, everything else always comes to you. If you're a great person.
Yeah. Say that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you put
if you're a
that.
great person.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, people don't want to be bothered with you.
Yeah.
That's not true. Terrible people live great lives.
No, from the
To a
outside
certain
looking in,
extent.
it seems like they live great lives.
I'll say
There are
live long
terrible
lives.
people who live great lives and don't suffer real consequences sometimes. It happens. It happens. It's a possibility.
I think
I
it's
know
more,
some terrible niggas.
I
I
say
think
terrible.
it's more
Good.
internal
I say,
conflict
I say
though.
terrible people live a long time.
Oh, yeah, bro. Hate to keep
But you don't know
Yeah.
know what internal turmoil they feel either
Yeah.
though. You don't know what's going on up here.
Behind doors, yeah.
Yeah. Because it could be something that they're battling within themselves. But it's
Mhm.
like, as long as everything look good on the outside, like I'm good.
Yeah.
But most of the time, those people, like terrible people,
They probably in the house drinking. They like, well,
40 ounce glass of wine.
because God is not going to let them have peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't be out here just moving crazy and treating people any kind of way and thinking that good things are going to happen to you.
Not fake, cause this is what I live by. Everybody gotta understand that everybody gonna get their turn,
Everybody.
Mhm.
right? So like people really don't get that,
Yep.
and they thinking they getting over on you, and like, bro, it's when I get mine, don't be mad when I take my, you know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
do what I do, so
Yeah.
Because every dog have their day.
exactly.
Yep.
People tend to forget that though. People really tend to forget that.
Bryce with the sound effects is hilarious.
Fact. For real.
Everybody get their turn, bro.
But thank you.
For
Thank you.
For what?
Being you. Bryce
Oh.
about to talk about me, but I don't care.
I'm gonna let you slide, dog.
He gonna let you have your moment.
But no, thank you for being you. Thank you for allowing me to be able to be in a healthy relationship and be me.
Do you feel like it's by you meeting and actually being on the level you is with Alaisha that it was possible? At first you didn't think that, right?
No.
Right.
No.
He said no.
Then again, I knew it was possible,
Mhm.
but how I was trying to get to it, it wasn't going to be possible.
I got you.
I had to change myself up
I got you.
for it to be possible.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's
Yeah.
why I asked you that.
Yeah. Because if I didn't change up,
Mm.
it wouldn't be possible.
In terms of what though?
Like you always told me when we were friends. Darren,
Why you did this? Don't do that.
Because we were friends.
We were friends.
I ain't gonna lie, that's bad.
Like, don't do that.
Because you always told me, you was just like, Darren, I ain't saying this because we're friends. But you have unhealthy coping mechanisms.
Because you did.
Exactly. And I really had, and my mom told me that too.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you told me, it was like, maybe I really need to see exactly what my mom was talking about.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, I see exactly what they're talking about. So had to change it up.
And you was going nowhere real fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then ruining other people in the meantime.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
And that's why it's easier for me to move how I'm moving now. Because I know how things could end bad or where they could go. And it ain't worth it.
Depends.
On what?
Where you are? Because it would have been worth it to you back then.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I knew it wasn't worth it. I was just doing it.
Why?
Because I was trying to cope. Because I was miserable then. That's why.
Well, you're welcome. And thank you for giving me space or providing a space for me to feel safe.
I did that day one.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, yeah, I can't
That's why
meet
you
him.
was scared. Yeah, that's why you didn't want to meet me and all that. You was scared.
So I was like, yeah, you're going to stay over there. Like, we can keep it on the phone. Like, we could text. We could talk on the phone all day. Like, we don't need to meet
Just
in person.
fighting it.
I wasn't fighting it. I was protecting myself.
The
Yeah.
intentions, it was crazy back then.
Because I didn't want anything serious.
You thought.
I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
And I needed to really just like focus on myself.
Yeah.
So it's like I couldn't incorporate you. Because if I would have, it would have threw me off of what I was trying to do for myself.
Yeah, because you knew I was coming.
You feel like
I didn't know.
You feel like you completed your mission as far as of like overcoming your self issues.
Well, I mean, she's in something pretty serious now.
I think when it comes to like my personal healing, I feel like I've done a solid 25%. I still don't feel like I'm half the woman that I want to be, or that I will be. I should say that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I've come a long way. I also feel like there was like a lot of damage that was done previously that I still have to like work through. And I still feel like every day is like a new day to like try and do just a little bit more to get a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I love that me showing up with my little 25% feels like everything to you. Because then it makes me want to strive to be more.
Depends on where you was at. Like you was at like 0.
I was in the negatives. I wasn't even at 0, B. I was in the negatives. I did a lot of work. And it didn't take long to do, really. Because, like, really, like, I would say 90% of the work was just getting myself out of the situation.
Yeah.
Damn. So
And then once I did that,
90%. That's crazy. Wait, that what you said?
I mean, I was at a negative 75. We'll say that.
Damn. That's bad.
So not like rock bottom, but like a little bit under that. So like leaving the situation put me at rock bottom.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I was at a clean slate then. Damn. And then it's like every day after that, I was like really rebuilding myself from the inside out.
I see why 25 makes a lot of sense to you. And like, you know, as far as of becoming the woman you're trying to become. So I get it.
Because I essentially started completely over.
Yeah. And that goes what we talked about yesterday too with me. I'm not there. Like you say, I give myself a hard time.
You do. You don't give yourself enough credit for what you do bring to the table.
And I know I bring everything to the table, but at the same time, it's still not enough.
In your eyes.
Exactly. Never be content. Not sorry.
Whatever. I'm not asking you to be content, but I'm just saying, like, just don't be so hard on yourself.
Man, I told you, this is just the beginning. You gonna realize you ain't dreaming. That's all I gotta say.
You're not all that, no.
You gonna see. This is another episode of WeakLEE Podcast.
I love it.
Open, honest, vulnerable, and tune in next week.
And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.